4 signs that you will know that God is not in that your relationship. That is what I'm going to be telling you on this video. Not every I love you that you get from somebody is from God's direction. Remember, even Judas kissed Jesus before the betrayal. So do well to listen to the end. I'm going to be giving you 4 signs that God is not aware in that your relationship, or that God is not involved in that your relationship. Do well to listen to the end, because my number 5 point, in fact, my number 4 point is like, once you just see that sign, just know that God is not even aware. So do well to listen to the end, because my number 4 point is very, very, very important. Point 1. Number 1 sign that you will know that God is not involved in that your relationship is if that relationship is pulling you away from God. Before you met this person, before you go into that relationship with this person, you're praying, you're fasting, you were doing your worship, your personal altar was on fire, you were dedicated to things of God. In fact, your commitment to your Creator, to your God, was top-notch. But immediately this babe enter your life, immediately this Odogu enter your life, you struggle with those things. Not that you don't have the interest of doing those your normal prayer, you don't have the interest of doing those your normal worship or your normal personal Bible study, but because of the fact that this person's presence alone is in your life, you are finding it difficult to do those things. You understand? That is a number 1 sign that God is not involved in that your relationship. Because if God is actually involved in that your relationship, if you were actually praying, fasting, and doing worship before, in fact, that person should actually sharpen those things. At least it should sharpen those things you were doing before and make it better. Number 2 sign that God is not involved in that your relationship is you compromise your value. Don't forget that value is actually what will make your partner keep choosing you over again. Like in my previous video on this channel, I think I gave a very simple description of value. That if I offer you a Naira note and I offer you a dollar note, you will probably go for the dollar note. Why? Not because the dollar is more beautiful than the Naira, you understand? But because the value of the dollar is more higher than the value of the Naira in terms of marketplace economy. So that is why you will choose the dollar. So when you meet this person and this person is making you to compromise on your personal value, maybe you said you will not do certain things, and because of the presence of this person in your life, those your value you said you are not, those your value you said you will not compromise, you compromise them. Why? You want to please them so that they will be in your life. If you are actually into this, just know that God is not involved in that relationship, because God don't want you to actually give up on your value, but rather that person's presence should actually increase your value as a person. Number 3 sign that person is not actually from God, or that number 3 sign that God is actually not involved in your relationship is instead of growing you understand, instead of the presence of that person to grow you, the presence of that person is rushing you. I want you to know this, that anything, even though it's an idea, even though it's a blessing that is from God, takes process and patience. You understand? Takes process, takes patience. Even when God wanted to send us Christ, His Son, it takes process. He came as a baby, took time to grow before the time of manifestation came. So now, if that person's presence in your life is making you to make rush decision, rush things that you will normally take time to think about. Just know that God is actually not involved in that your relationship, because anything that is from God takes time. Don't forget in 1 Corinthians 13 verse 4, one of the characteristics of love that I love very much is love is kind and love is patient. You understand? There must be a point where some things should be patient. You understand? Not when this people or this person is trying to rush you into unnecessary decisions. Just know that that person is not from God. If you have actually followed this video from the starting to this point, I want to congratulate you, because I told you that my number 4 point is actually the bigger sign. In fact, I don't want to use a red flag. It's like a red canopy. You know, canopy is bigger than flag. This is a red canopy that this person or this relationship is actually not from God. My number 4 point is this person take you off your purpose. Yes, you heard me right. This person is actually taking you off your purpose. Let me break it down so that you understand. I want you to know that basically, before you actually go into a relationship, first thing should happen to you, first of all, as a human being. Number 1, you discover God, your maker. Number 2, you discover your purpose here on earth. Then number 3, you discover your love language. These 3 things is very, very, very essential. You discover God, you discover your purpose, then you discover your love language. So, you are not in a relationship with this person. Instead of, this person should be growing you in your purpose, but rather this person is drawing you outside your purpose. Now, let me tell you something. You see, purpose is actually why God sent you here on earth. God did not just feel like, okay, let me just create this person for creating sake. No, he created you for a purpose. He created you for a specific assignment here on earth. He created you for dreams. Now, I want you to know that, okay, let me use a physical example. If you have a house, maybe you have a room, just take a look around your room. You discover that everything you have in that your room has a purpose. Your chair is for sitting. Your bed is for sleeping. Your shoe is to protect your leg when you are walking so that anything like thorns don't hurt you. Everything you have inside that your living room, in that your house, has a purpose. Imagine you as a person have things that are purpose driven in your life. Now imagine God that created you here on earth. You think he doesn't have a purpose for you? Now, the presence of that person in your life alone should actually boost your purpose. Like, if you have discovered that already, in fact, the presence of that person should actually boost your purpose here on earth. So, if the person is not actually driving you towards your purpose, the person is not actually doing things that is close to your purpose, just know that this alone is a sign that God is not involved in that your relationship, because God created you for a purpose, and that your relationship is actually driving you to your creator, to your purpose. So God will not actually send you somebody. I want you to listen to this very well. If you have not heard, in fact, if you have not heard anything I've been saying in this video since, write this one down and hashtag it in your mind. God will never send anybody to you that will drain you. You understand? But rather, God will send somebody to you that will develop you. You understand? That will give you peace. Peace is very, very essential. That will give you peace. Not that when you are thinking of this person, you are having uncertainty. You are not sure. Your spirit is confused. You are just emotionally not balanced. Those are signs that God is not involved in that your relationship. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, do wait to subscribe and like the video so that other people might see and watch the video. Thank you.